So I'm getting my breast lift tomorrow in February 2025. This was something that I actually scheduled in 2024, but something happened that completely slowed down the process, that completely shocked me. Lady is doing the ultrasound, you know, the same thing they do when you're pregnant, they want to look at the baby and stuff. Why did she find a lump? Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Tay. So I'm scheduled to get a breast lift tomorrow, and I wanted to show you some behind the scenes that led up to this point. I did a ton of research on Google. I watched many YouTube videos, and it was very helpful for me to gather information, to understand like what type of questions I should ask the surgeons and what I should look out for on their website that proves that, you know, they have good results, that they're a certified surgeon. One of the reasons why I wanted to get a breast lift is because I noticed that my breasts were saggy and I didn't like that. One of the reasons why my breasts got so saggy is I did breastfeed my son for about 8 months. Breast milk is like one of the best things you can give your baby. Similac, of course, a lot of babies were, you know, fast Similac, but if you can breastfeed, that's like giving your baby a really good boost in everything. Breast milk is so amazing and so beneficial for your baby. So because I knew that, I tried breastfeeding, and I've always been like a really picky eater, like eating small amounts. Only time I really was eating a lot is when I was pregnant. I had to like force myself to eat a lot. And so after I had my son, my appetite kind of went back to what I was used to, like snacking here and there, eating here and there. But when you're breastfeeding, you still have to like eat a decent amount of food. And it was hard for me to keep up with that, with being like a new mom and then trying to eat a lot because I really wasn't that hungry. But I did, I meal prep. That really helped a lot, meal prepping. And I always would like try new restaurants and just try to, you know, consume vegetables as well as protein. So I was able to pump a little bit, but I didn't last. I only was able to pump for about 8 months. I felt like I wasn't pumping enough because eventually like my son's appetite grew and I wasn't like producing enough milk to like keep up with it. So eventually I had to like put my breast milk and Similac together, and then eventually he got on just Similac because I just couldn't even like produce enough milk. But I'm so thankful that I did give the opportunity to breastfeed my son because I know that helped him in numerous ways. That was over 10 years ago. So now my breasts look big and saggy, and I don't like that. Like big breasts run in my family. A lot of my aunties have like really big GH breasts, so that's just running my family. And so even if I didn't have a kid, I feel like I still would have like big saggy breasts because there are some women in my family who don't have any kids and they got some big tatas. If you have the money, the resources, the time to improve yourself, you definitely should. Investing in yourself is something that you can do at any age. Whether it's you getting an education, getting a degree, investing in a business, investing in the stock market, or just investing in yourself by taking self-improvement courses or reading self-help books. Like all those things are great examples that you can do to improve yourself. The place that I went to, I really liked it. Everyone was a black woman. The office manager, the consultant that walked me through everything. The RN was a black woman. The surgeon is a black woman. If you guys have any questions, make sure you drop them below. Would love to be able to help answer them. I don't know if I can show you my results for real, but I will record some stuff. So in the process of me getting the breast lift, I did get some disturbing news. So I'm getting my breast lift tomorrow in February 2025. This was something that I actually scheduled in 2024, but something happened that completely slowed down the process, that completely shocked me. First, I wanted to get implants and breast lift because I wanted that look, that like fullness look, and just boom boom, you know, when you put on a dress like that Coke bottle. I don't know. I really was going that route for a very long time. I was researching like what kind of implants people use now. I was researching like technology and how long implants last. And I just couldn't, I wasn't 100% comfortable with getting implants because I was reading the pros and cons of getting implants. Some people's bodies rejected the implants because it's a foreign object in the body. And you know, some women experience like being sick all the time and being nauseous and just a lot of the negative side effects that led to them eventually taking the breast implants out. So because I knew that, I was kind of like, I don't really know if I want to go that route. I talked to about 4 surgeons. A lot of them said the implants that they have with the newest technology, you don't need to even get them replaced. And the research I was doing showed me that the implants would need to be replaced every like 10 to 15 years. So I was kind of shocked that a lot of the surgeon was like, no, you don't even have to get them replaced with the newer technology. You can just leave them in. I'm like, okay, cool. So I talked to 4 surgeons, 2 women and 2 men. And they were like really top of the line surgeons. Like they did celebrities implants or, you know, breast augmentations and stuff. So I knew I was in really good hands. This is the thing when you're researching getting a breast lift. Some of the surgeons operate out of a hospital. And so not only do you have to pay the surgeon fees, but then you also have to pay the hospital fees. And the research that I was doing, the hospital fees were about $5,000 to $6,000 extra. And then the surgeon itself, the surgery, the breast lift itself was like $8,000 to $10,000 or more. I asked them all the same questions. I seen like before and after pictures of their work. A lot of them, before and after pictures was like blowing my mind. There were some women with really big breasts or really small breasts, and like their after results amazing. Like this one place I went to, they were like they did like breast augmentations and like reconstruction. So the surgeon that I talked to, he was like, I think you should get a breast reduction, a breast lift, and implant. He was not playing. He was about to give me like a whole new body. I'm like, hold on, sir. I don't know about that. But he showed me some of the work he did with that same procedure, a breast lift, implants, and a breast reduction. Beautiful. Like the work that man was doing, amazing. I mean, I was speechless. I'm like, damn. I mean, can I say damn? So I had a lot of different options. I'm like, do I want to get a breast reduction? Do I want to get a breast lift? Do I want to get a breast reduction and implants, or do I want to get a breast lift, reduction, and implants, or do I even want to get implants? I really wasn't sure. I just had this picture in my mind of how I wanted my breasts to look. And so I ended up going with Sonabella here in Atlanta. They are I think they're the largest plastic surgeon in America. I believe that's what I read. And I really love the team, like the office manager, the consultant that helped me with everything, all my questions. They did like a 3D kind of picture to show what my breast would look like after. So I just had to like take pictures, and then they use AI to show like, this is how it would look if you had implants. This is how you would look if you just get a breast lift. And I was like, you can't even really tell the difference that much. Like with the implants, the breast will be like a little bit fuller at the top. But with the breast lift, I still will have that fullness, you know, all around, because they're lifting it up and, you know, doing their magic. So I'm like, you know what? I think I'm just gonna get a breast lift. I think that's what I'm more comfortable with. Looking at the results that the AI showed us, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go with the breast lift. So before I could book my appointment, it was a couple of things I needed to do. I had to get a mammogram, and typically, you know, women don't have to get mammograms until you're like 40, but I'm in my early 30s. So just to be safe, the surgeon like, just go ahead and just get one. Cool. So I go get a mammogram. Never had a mammogram before. It was uncomfortable. Like, I don't even want to do that again. But, you know, that's something you got to do as a woman. You got to just make sure that everything is good. So I went and got a mammogram. You put your breast in between these plastic things and then like squish it down. So I did that. I did the mammogram. The surgeon got the results from the place that did the mammogram. So the RN called me and was like, you know, the results, your breast tissue is very dense, so we can't really like see what's going on like that. So we want you to go get an ultrasound. So I had to go get an ultrasound, and this was the day before I was supposed to get the surgery. I was supposed to get the surgery in December of 2024. But since the results, the surgeon wasn't like super confident because she couldn't really see like the breast tissue to make sure that nothing was there, you know, no lumps and stuff. So she like, I scheduled for you to get a ultrasound. My surgery was like on a Thursday. The doctor called me on a Tuesday and was like, I scheduled for you to go get an ultrasound tomorrow. But it's like 45 minutes away. I work from home most days. So I just took some time off that day, and then I just worked from home the rest of the day. So I drove 45 minutes to get the ultrasound. Lady is doing the ultrasound, you know, the same thing they do when you're pregnant, they want to look at the baby and stuff. So she's doing that on my breast. Why did she find a lump? So she started going over this one area with the machine, and I'm looking like, what's up? Like, why you study going over the same area right there? And she looking at the screen like, I know it. I know that's not what I think it is. It was a lump. Yeah, it was a lump in my left breast. And so I'm like, what does that mean? Like, you know, she like, well, I gotta send the results to the doctor, and you can set up time to talk to him later today, like in 30 minutes. It only take like 30 minutes for him to review everything and send the results back. So I'm like in the waiting room, and I'm like kind of crying a little bit because I'm like, what do you mean there's a lump in my breast? And most of the women that were coming in there, they was like older women, like their 50s and stuff. So I was like, what's going on? So they got my results, and the doctor called me. He was like, yeah, it's a lump there, but I can't really tell like if it's cancer or not. He said because it was like round, like perfectly round, and like cancer cells, you know, is normally like, I forgot what he said. He said something, but he just described it in a way like he wasn't sure if it was cancerous or not because it was like really small. He couldn't really tell, but it was definitely something that I needed to get checked out. And he don't approve me of getting like a breast lift until I figured out what this is. So now I'm upset because there's a lump in my breast. I can't get the breast lift tomorrow because the doctor didn't clear me. And then I had to pay $250. Excuse me? I had to pay $250 to get the ultrasound. Wasn't even expecting that. That blew me too. So I ended up calling my boyfriend on my way home, like crying a little bit. He's just so concerned, like, you need to pull over. Are you okay? It's all right. We're gonna figure this out. I'll send you the money so you can, you know, don't have to worry about having to pay for that. Because that's something I mentioned. I'm like, then I had to pay. I didn't know I thought that was in network. He like, it's okay. I'm gonna send you all the money back. But we gonna figure this out, honey. So I drove back home kind of crying. I still gotta like work, but I work from home, so I didn't really have to like do too much. And so by the time 5 o'clock came, my boyfriend called me back. He did so much research. He like, okay, this is what I found. This is the percentage of women who have lumps in their breast that is cancerous, and you know, this is the type of surgery you have to get a biopsy and this and that. He did more research than I could possibly have done because I was like focused on work and I couldn't really dive into it like I wanted to. So then the surgeon called me and she like, yeah, I talked to the doctor at the, you know, women's clinic, and he did see that there was a lump. You're gonna have to get a biopsy, but I want you to get a second opinion. A new doctor moved into her building, another black woman, and she specialized in like, you know, breast care. And she like, I want you to go see her. I booked I referred you to her, so her office manager will be calling you. And so they called me, they set up the appointment like the next day. And I go in, she, you know, feel my breast, feel where it's at. And so she was so kind and nice and reassuring, like, man, she made my whole day better because I was so worried. I'm like, dang, like, breast cancer don't run in my family, but you know, that is a common thing in black women to have, you know, breast cancer. She don't think it's cancerous because normally when you have breast cancer, like your lymph nodes under your arm be swollen, or like the breast, one of them might be bigger than the other one, or just look crazy. Like, she was just giving examples of what she's seen working in the field of women, and you know, those who did have cancer and those who didn't. And so she was just like, I think it's benign. I don't think you should, you know, you don't have nothing to worry about. We're just gonna pray and say that it's non-cancerous. So she made me feel so much better. So she referred me to a big hospital here in Atlanta, Northside Hospital. So I had to go there for a biopsy. So again, I'm there. I'm like the youngest woman there. Everybody like 60 and up. I go there and I had to like lay down, lift my left arm up, and I didn't even know how the machine looked because I was too scared to look at it. But it was like 3 people in there, 2 women and 1 man, and it was like a loud noise. And basically they had to numb my breast up, and they stuck like this needle inside my left breast to get some of the tissue from the lump. And when they showed me the tissue, it looked like a little white like noodle. So everybody was just so reassuring, like, it's okay, it don't look bad, like, I don't think it's cancerous, like, you know, but we gonna double check, we gonna get you the results, we gonna take care of you. Like, everybody was like that on one accord, like, I think you good, but we just gonna double check. So on New Year's Eve, I had to go get the biopsy. So January 2nd, I get a call with the results, and the results was, it's benign, it's not cancerous, it's not going to turn into cancer. So I was like so happy. I was crying. I was already saying that it was benign. Like, I was laying my hand on my breast like, it's benign, it's not cancer. Like, I was already speaking healing over my body, because you know, we can heal ourselves with our words and just being positive about, you know, the outcome that you want to happen. So that's what I was doing. The surgeon gave me clear, the doctor gave me clear. I had to reschedule my breast lift. So tomorrow is the big day. I'm gonna show you guys some behind the scenes. 2025 has just been a great year so far. I got the great news about the lump in my breast not being cancerous. I got Invisalign because I wanted to close my gap, and I felt like it was getting bigger. It was getting bigger. So I also will be making a YouTube video about that process for people who have a gap and want to close it. So you probably see now that it's not all the way closed, it's still a little bit, but it was like way bigger than this. This is probably the 6th month that I've been wearing the Invisaligns. So back to the breast lift. So the cost of it was about $8,900, and that includes like the lymphatic massage. I think that was like $1,000. So it's like this machine I gotta sit in, and it's gonna massage everything. And that's really important. Like, you do like wood therapy in your body to drain your lip nodes, and do like a lymphatic massage with wood therapy. Tracy Ellis Ross was doing it on her leg, and so since then I've been doing it too, like throughout my body, and I think it's working. Like, I'm looking real shaped, like it's just sculpting your body. So anyway, so I signed up. Well, I paid for that because I wanted to just make sure that everything was circulating, like no blood clogs, and that's what the machine can help with, just making sure everything's circulating. Because when you get cut open, you be swollen. It's about to be a whole nother new everything. I don't know how much I'll be able to show, because I'm not trying to get YouTube. I don't want YouTube to take the video down. Do you know what time? Sorry. Okay.